Town looking to stay undefeated this season, and the Zephyrs looking to stay in the win column. This one pretty silent in the first period until the literal last second when Patrick Egan gets the buzzer beater to give Mahtomedi the lead going into the first intermission. But the Hawks weren't going to have that for long. Just 15 seconds into the second, River Freeman feeds it to Josh Kalpanen, who lasers it to the back of the net for the equalizer. And if you're wondering if that shifted the momentum for the Hawks, the answer would be yes. Just 20 seconds after that, it's Freeman this time who gets it over the shoulder to give Hermantown the lead. And the Hawks just were on a roll in that second frame. Freeman finds Alexander Francisco, who takes the shot from out front, finds the back of the net. Hawks go up 3-1. They would add two more and finish with a 5-1 win over Mahtomedi.